separating vegetation, you know,
Yep.
and digging over a bed and removing. Oh my goodness. That's it. The importance of managing the pathways in these raised beds. So if you want to show the situation here, we want pathways in raised bed gardens to be weed free. Why? Because the plants that are growing in here during the season need ventilation, and by having vegetation that grows in the pathways, it can impair that ventilation, and it'll also potentially trap pathogenic organisms, you know, such as blight or scab organisms, pathogens that can then affect the plants. Furthermore, the vegetation in the pathways will compete for moisture, and you know, the grasses and weeds will suck moisture from underneath the beds. And also, it's just much nicer to have a garden with clear pathways. Now, there aren't too many ways to manage the pathways. One is to continually apply wood chips, for instance, but wood chips have the disadvantage that after 2-3 years they create a wonderful fertile seed bed for all kinds of weeds to grow in there, unless you keep reapplying wood chips every year, and then that'll accumulate and all of a sudden your pathway will be higher than your beds. So that's not the best option. Another option is to just try and maintain the gravelly pathway that was once here, but in order to do that, we have to make sure that there is no organic matter forming in these pathways, because grasses love to grow in this nice sandy gravelly soil that is enriched by the things that drop in here and create fertility. So we need to actually make sure to keep these paths free of the vegetation and free of the debris, and then also throughout the winter now chop some of these grasses out and weaken the plants before this warm growing season begins again, and then one could actually apply an organic biodegradable botanical herbicide such as corn gluten meal. One could apply that every 2 weeks starting in April to keep the vegetation down. Yeah.
Looks a little bit more professional.
Someone covers the trash. I'm surprised how much